Hi, my name is Bobby LePire, and this is my entry to Geek Legion of Doom's Ultimate Contest giveaway. Before we get into the meat of everything, I want to draw Leo, specifically your attention to a few things I would like to point out. Then, once we transition into the main thing, you'll see why this took much longer than I was hoping it would for me to get done. But first, the assignment was to make a video showing how we're geeky, and you left what we were geeky about up to us. I want to highlight just a few quick things to take special note of, and then we will get into the majority of this. First thing I want to highlight is this is my Blu-ray copy of the Asylum's Sleeping Beauty film. It is signed by Casper Van Dien. I got to meet him at a Crystal Coast Con a few years back. This is another copy of Sleeping Beauty. This one is the Australian copy, and as you can see, there is a quote here. It says, "This film is brilliant, beautiful, and amazing." That quote from the B-Movie Shelf is from a review I wrote for the B-Movie Shelf because I didn't have my own site at the time. I loved it. This is a Resident Evil Steelbook that is signed by Bill Blair, who holds the Guinness Book of World Records record for person most cast in a non-human role. He's been in Star Trek and RoboCop and a whole bunch of things as aliens, zombies, that sort of thing. In Resident Evil Afterlife, he played a zombie. He was a really cool guy. I was at the AFI screening of Troll 2 and Best Worst Movie in Silver Springs, Maryland, a few years ago, and their copy stopped working. Worst Movie stopped working less than an hour into it, but it's kind of a short film, so I want to say like halfway through. Originally, George Hardy was going to be there. He wound up having to cancel. He has a life, things happen, not coming like that. Not realizing this, I brought my copies of Best Worst Movie and Troll 2 for him to sign. So there was a sort of like MC host type guy running the whole thing. He works for AFI, and I went up to him after a few minutes going, you know, I have a copy. I can just, you guys can use it to finish everything off. And that's how they finished off the show, was using the copy I had brought. The guy running the show, the AFI employee who sort of coordinated all this, knows George Hardy. So he sent off my copy, Best Worst Movie. Best Worst Movie is a documentary about Troll 2 and the fandom that surrounds it, now that it's considered such a campy, bad movie classic. Up here it says, Troll 2 Forever, and it is signed by George Hardy, who plays the dad in the movie. And he also sent off my copy of Troll 2, which is the double pack with the first Troll, and that is also signed. And it came in this mailer to the one and only Bobby LePire, Best Troll 2 fan in Nilbog. That be Goblin, spelled backwards. And that was also written by George Hardy. This one is not a signed thing, it's just a weird, kind of cool thing to own. It's this movie called The Colony on DVD, and this was the first film ever to bear the Sci-Fi Channel Pictures mark on it. So right here, Sci-Fi Channel presents. First movie to ever do that, and I think it's really cool that I own such a thing. With those highlights and things I wanted to, you know, make special note of out of the way, we're going to begin the bulk of this. Good evening, and welcome to tonight's episode of Travel Anywhere. In this episode, we will take you live as Mr. Latte explores the city of Geektopia. He's hoping to score some interviews and be able to find out about this amazing city. We take you to him now. Hi everyone, And thank you very much, Mr. Reporter Man. I am here at the main tower hub in the center of Geektopia. In just a few minutes, we will descend the stairs and see what is going on in this amazing town and what there is to do and why you should come visit us. Join me on this epic quest. As you can see, this tower is heavily guarded by the likes of Maui and a John Wick. Do not cross these two. They will hurt you. Luckily, I had clearance to be here. And helping out the guarding is, of course, Moana and her faithful pig, Puya. Now, we are about to cross the street and see what things we can find. Here we are at one of the many apartment complexes in this town. They are created out of DVDs, as you can see. We are with one of the residents now. Ma'am, what is your name?
I am Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. Will you agree to be interviewed for this?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, Sarah. Now, what can you tell me about this town of yours? What do you do for fun in this town?
For fun? Well, there is the Riverama, which is up the road north, just before the Sharknado farming lands.
Did you say Sharknado farming lands?
Yes, I did. But that's not what I'm talking about right now.
Fair point.
The Riverama houses movies that are riffed by professional comedy professionals, and it's hilarious. Fairly cheap too, but if you want to get all of them, it might cost you a pretty penny.
Thank you very much. And now we continue about the travel of the cities. Why, look at here. We have one of the number of doctors. Hello, sir. Do you have any time to be interviewed? Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, I must be off. Well, you look at that. It's not every day you see a building disappear right before your eyes. Let us continue. Hello, alien from Independence Day. How you doing? What? What do you mean you're gonna go up the cliff? If you go that way, you will encounter Cards Against Humanity and its gang members. Why would you do such a thing? You need to reach the Indiana Jones cliff, but they don't let anybody up there. After that incident with the nuclear bomb in the fridge, they are very guarded about who's allowed entry. Yes, fine, you're in a hurry. Let me continue on my way. As you may have gathered with my interview with that creature, there is a mountain, the entrance to which is very heavily guarded by a roving band of hilarious maniacs who really just want to offend the hell out of you. They call themselves Cards Against Humanity. They are helped along by the likes of Joking Hazard and Flux. And maybe if I'm real nice to them, they'll let me through. Why, hello, sir. Where are you going today? Why, I'm just gonna go up the road and get some music. Music, you say? Where's that? That is northeast of here, past the center of the city, which of course has Harry Potter Tower and Power Rangers Hub. Yes, that is where I started off this travel. Oh, well, good for you. You are going to get music. What kind of music do they have available? All kinds of music. Soundtracks and everything. Do you mind if we join you on this trek? Not at all. As you can see, we have the likes of Guster, Groove Armada, Frou, Frank Ocean, Florence and the Machine, Al King, Daft Punk, and Coheed Cambria. Thank you very much. And you, sir? What are you looking at? Mr. David. I am David. Looking at a selection of movie soundtracks. I am about to star in a new movie, I need to decide what sort of music would be most appropriate to get me in the mood for my character. What are your options? Moulin Rouge, The Singing Detective, Guardians of the Galaxy, Back to the Future, Cowboy Bebop, Mirror Mask, Ghostbusters, Streets of Fire. Well, thank you very much, David. That was very enlightening to see what you and the other citizens here do for musical entertainment. Speaking of entertainment, we should not be too far off from the riff-o-rama that Sarah told us about. Come with me as we see what that's all about. Well, you look at this. This isn't just the riff-o-rama, but the wacky center of those deconstruction, reconstruction marvels known as Lego, and the Music Hall of Fames for the silliness that is Weird Al Yankovic and his discography. Which basically means this is the funniest place in all town. Quick, let's see if we can get some interviews. Why, hello there, young couple. Did you two just get married? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, congratulations. Is this where you're going to be honeymooning? Yes, it is. Why is that?
Not just because we both like to laugh a lot, but we do. It's also because you can get most of what you see in Tower Number 1. Plus, everything else on rifftracks.com for $10 or less.
That is very true, sweetheart. And also, you can get most of what you see in Tower 2 for about $40, but it works out to about the same. There's usually 4 to 5 movies per set there. And, of course, you get the sketches from MSG3K. Plus, how often do you get to meet celebrities like the Ice Cream Bunny, Gypsy, Tom Servo? You two bring up excellent points. Thank you very much for your time. Congratulations again. Let's look at this double-decker couch, which, for the record, is one of the most ridiculous things I have ever heard of in my life. Why, hello, you three. Hello. Hi. I would offer you a seat, but you look a little too big. My new friends have a point. I can't really sit on the couch with them. Do you mind if I ask you some questions about Geektopia? Not at all. Alright then. So A, what's it like living next door to one of the most popular entertainment spots in all of Geektopia? It's not that bad, really. I mean, the commute later at night can be kind of bad, but because we're not close to any of the business hubs, it's actually not too bad first thing in the morning. I love it because once I'm done with work, I come here with all my friends. Happy thoughts? Happy thoughts! Oh, see, living here is great. Are there any other destination spots you think we should go to? Well, the dinosaur side of town's pretty fun, but given how much larger they are than everyone else, it can be a little bit dangerous. Not that the dinosaurs mean bad, but they can't always, be looking down at their feet and straight ahead at the same time. The dinosaur side of town. Let's get there quickly. And after a quick taxi ride across town, since we were north, we are now south from where we started, we have arrived at the dinosaur side of things. This is Mr. Pulgasari. He is a defector from North Korea. Mr. Pulgasari, tell me about yourself. Well, I came from North Korea, where we overthrew evil feudal lords, but the new government regime was even worse. They claimed to be for the people, but they never were. They just took everything the people had and then claimed victory and people started believing it. I'm not really sure why. I escaped as fast as I could. I don't know if you know, but they did make a movie about my exploits. Did they now? Yes, they did. And it is named after myself, actually. It is called Pulgasari, and it is loosely based on my life. I swear they ruined the ending. But outside of that, because I did escape, I did not become a huge, massive monster and just eat all the iron. As you can see, I'm still quite tiny for the other dinosaurs and such in town. And while this movie has never gotten an official release here in the States, you can still find it if you know where to look. Thank you very much, Mr. Pulgasari. How do you enjoy living in Geektopia? It is an honor and a joy. I get to hang out with the likes of Godzilla and Mechagodzilla and frickin' Mothra, and I get to read James Gurney books. Life is grand, I tell ya. Thank you very much. Let's see who else we can interview in dinosaur side of town. Hey, look, it's Godzilla, Mechagodzilla, and they seem to be in a very intense discussion. Let's see if we can overhear what they're saying. Beep beep. Beep 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 beep. Well, I do speak alien. I do not speak monster. I don't know what they're saying. I'm sorry to not have been informative in that situation whatsoever. Let's continue. Why, look at that! It's the eye of Godzilla. I have been told of this place before coming when I was doing my research for this assignment. I was told that the eye once held delicious baked goods, and now it just watches over everything, making sure all is kept good and orderly, at the very least in the dinosaur side of town, but possibly throughout all of Dinotopia. Why, dear viewers, look who I ran into. Hello, sir. Hi. For those uninitiated, this is the Mystic Red Ranger. The Rangers are the security force here in Geektopia. Are you out patrolling? No, I'm on my way to stop some evil. Stop some evil? How so? Well, there's an underground fighting ring here in Geektopia, and I am going to enter and find out who runs it, organizes it, and how they get participants. That sounds very dangerous. Can we join you? If you like, but I make no guarantees for your safety. Off we are then. Well, here we are, past the working asylum, beyond the Van Deen Art Gallery. We are at the entrance of one of the most illegal things that happens in Geektopia. Yes, we are. And with any luck, I will be able to bring the tyrants who have formed this down. We are going to try to get inside and see what happens. No cameras here! Ah! Well, we got kicked out. I'm not sure if the people we saw were spectators or participants. But, did you recognize any of them? I think I saw Iron Man. Maybe a few others. Let's hope that they get out with their lives. We are on the southern side of town, which means we're close to Avengers' home base. Will you look at that? The light was going off. That means the Avengers are needed somewhere in the world. They need to rally and discuss where that is. So we will not have time to interview any of them today, sadly. But, from what I understand, we can get past the rest of these business hubs and get to TV and anime land. Let's see what's going on there.
here we are at TV Tower, and look who happens to be out front. It's Ash Williams from the Evil Dead series. Hi Ash, how you doing? I am very well. Thank you, Mr. Oh, I am Mr. Latte. I'm doing a travelogue about your fine city, Geektopia. Oh, that's a wonderful thing. I now live here in the TV towers because of my new show, Ash vs. Evil Dead. Do you find lots of inspiration in the shows around you? Yes. Yes, I do. And if you don't mind, I need to go back to killing some deadites with my boomstick. Quite right, sir. Thank you very much for your time. This is as south as the city gets. We will turn around and go back to the center of the city and explore Power Rangers Hub. Here we are at Power Rangers Hub, which is connected by magic to the Harry Potter Center from which I started this travelogue. Here, the mighty Red Ranger and his cohorts keep an eye and ear out, as they are the security force here in Geektopia. We ran into one earlier who was heading to the underground fights, if you recall, to bust them up. And now, we are going to venture from here to interview other security personnel. I am here with Captain Stephen Hiller. Hi, how are you? Captain Stephen Hiller, you work with the security forces in Geektopia. Is that correct? Yes. Yes, it is. Please tell the viewers what you do. I mainly focus on patrolling the skies and keeping those clear. We've got the actual Power Rangers and their team down here on the ground. So I keep an eye on the sky and make sure it stays clear from evil UFOs, as not all UFOs have hostile aliens in them, and I make sure that any incoming things are not missiles or anything of the sort. Well, that sounds like a very dangerous job. So, when you're not defending our skies, what do? Well, that's quite simple. I play the Power Rangers card game. The what? We created our card game based around our security forces here in Geektopia. Very interesting. Yes, it is quite fun. As a lead security officer here in Geektopia, do you ever get summoned to meet with the governing body? Do you mean, do we ever go to the cliff? Yes, do you ever go to Indiana Jones Cliff? I've been there a few times, but it's very tricky to get up there, and if you don't have the right clearance, the gangs will definitely get you. Well, I'm trying to get up there. Can you help? We shall see. The typical way up the mountain is straight up the main path, but I know a secret entrance through the game caves. The game caves, aren't they abandoned and dangerous? Quite, and they will shift at a moment's notice, but it's better than dealing with the Cards Against Humanity gang. Whatever you say. As you can see, we have come up over the base of the mountain through the game caves, and this way we avoided the evil gangs. Yes, in an emergency, I find this to be the quicker way to go.
As you can tell, it is guarded by Indiana Jones, his father, his son, and Mickey Jones, the crazed half Mickey Mouse, half Indiana Jones creature. They are guarding it from the evil villains who are trying to take over Geektopia. As they are clearly in the middle of a battle, I shall not request an interview. What's the most stressful and or hardest thing about it? Why? That's easy. That's Sharknado farming country. This is the second time someone's mentioned the Sharknado farmlands to us. Yes, they just keep farming Sharknados. You know, well, we've had 4 Sharknados so far. Suppose I'm about to find out. Yes, you are. It's because they keep farming them. Yet, I can't do a thing about them. Because they have government clearance. They are authorized and paid for by the government. What do you mean? I mean, they keep making money. So the government does not care about the destruction costs. They're going to keep churning out Sharknados. Okay, this is beginning to sound a bit like a conspiracy theory, so we are going to walk away now. La da 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 da. And over here, at the apartment building we just were, I ran into my new friend, Joy. How are you, Joy?
I'm fine, thank you.
That is lovely to hear. How do you enjoy living in Geektopia?
Geektopia is the best. Everything's the best. Happiness, rock on.
Well, that was certainly spirited. So, I can't help but noticing that as I'm interviewing various people in front of their domiciles, that they start looking kind of the same. You know, why is that?
Well, that's because the asylum has built the majority of the city. But not just them. Also, Sci-Fi Channel has put a lot of money to make sure Geektopia is as awesome as it is.
Ew. Well, that explains it.
I mean, it's not just those two, of course. There are plenty of other living domiciles that aren't related to them. But those are definitely the main features.
Well, that is very interesting. Tell me, Joy, what do you do for fun?
I love going to the art gallery.
The art gallery?
You know, Van Deen Art Gallery.
And here we are, viewers, in front of the Van Deen Art Gallery. We are about to enter with my new friend Joy. The first place we come to is the hallway of Aerostorm. Exhibit 1 in the art gallery is the Melting Lady. As you can see, orange, purple, melting down into a gray with the profile of a lady laying down. It offers a lot of deep insight about the nature of human beings and their life. Exhibit number 2, Warhol Campbell soup cans. These are actual Campbell soup cans with Warhol labels. That's just ridiculous. Exhibit number 3 returns us to our old favorite, the Riff-O-Rama. These are some posters of the most immortal riffs. Is of those interstellar heroes, Groot and Rocket Raccoon. Exhibit 5 is some Liechtenstein pop art. It's a bit pulpy in nature, with its secretive, seductive lady trying to tell you a secret, trying to get you to keep what she just told you a secret. Is Death on his bike? Death likes to go green, apparently. Exhibit 6 is of Totoro! He's our neighbor. He's everyone's neighbor, because he's Totoro. Interesting entry, as this isn't a poster, but rather a vinyl of the soundtrack that has been framed. Or the extraordinary adventures of one Adele Blanc-Sec. She lives here in Geektopia, but she's probably off on another whirlwind adventure, trying to stop mummies or create more dinosaurs. Who knows? Monkey acid trip squirrel. Commemorating the sort of optimism and joy that permeates the walls, the very fabric that is Geektopia, is this plaque. "We'll be friends forever, won't we, Pooh?" asked Piglet. "Even longer," Pooh answered. It's for the librarian and her sidekick, Movie Boy! Those are the creators of Geektopia. He's a puzzled unicorn! And I don't mean the unicorn's confused. I mean, it's a literal puzzle that was built and framed of a unicorn. This poster commemorates a long-standing tradition here in Geektopia, wherein you go into the woods and hunt for Bat Boy. It's kind of the motto here at Travel Everywhere. Let's go anywhere! And this is a poster for the upcoming movie Puppet Master Access Termination. It is signed. Exclusive AMC Ant-Man poster. Exclusive Iron Man 3 IMAX poster. A collection of Power Rangers posters. Exclusive IMAX Avengers Assemble poster. A special box of Dread Trick or Treat artwork. A collection of exclusive IMAX Hobbit posters. Oakenshield, Gandalf, Bilbo Baggins, and Gollum. And this huge thing is a poster for the movie Mirror Mirror, which was directed by Tarsum, who is considered one of the living legends here in Geektopia. It is signed by the stars Julia Roberts and Lily Collins. This is the Wall of the Goddaughter. This was bequeathed to the art gallery last Christmas as a present on behalf of the mother of the goddaughter. Stare yourself long enough in this mirror, and you will see what you truly are. And yes, that is paint splatter all behind it. Princess Mononoke and her wolf. Modern art. I don't know if I totally understand it, but the rumors of the creators of Geektopia are to be believed. They got engaged at an art museum, and this helps explain that. The final spot. This is the exitway of the art gallery. The Tunnel of Light. That was certainly an interesting art gallery. Thank you, Joy.
You are most welcome. I see my friends over there. I'm gonna go to them.
As you can see, Geektopia offers quite a bit to everyone. Wait! Look up! What's that in the sky? Oh no, viewers, it's another Sharknado! We need to hurry and get to Sharknado farming land so we can figure out why they keep happening. We made it to Sharknado farming lands. Here, you can see one of the astute farmers hard at work, getting ready to chainsaw Sharknado into existence. Or out of existence. I'm really not quite sure which one anymore. There. Doesn't seem to be responding. Excuse me, sir. I don't know what's gonna happen. Did you hear that? I think another Sharknado is coming. Sir? That was no Sharknado! That was the sound of my chainsaw! Oh. Okay. Well, sir, why do Sharknadoes keep happening? Because I'm here to stop them. I'm not sure that actually answers my question, sir. Don't worry. If another one happens, I will stop them. Another one just happened in Geektopia! Say it isn't so. That makes it Sharknado 5, Earth 0. Tell me about it. You need to hide. Where? Where can I go? Quick, get into here! Boom. How will this help? It will send you back from whence you came. Mr. Latte? Mr. Latte, are you there? Excuse me, viewers. It seems we have lost communications with our eyes on the ground. I hope you enjoyed that visit to Geektopia and consider moving there soon. I will hope you tune in tomorrow night for our new episode when we explore Kitchenopolis, a dangerous, sharp place full of delicious things. Join us